Yep. Lots of trash. Lots of trash. I was messing around with batteries today. Batteries. What do you call a Duracell with a knife? Armed battery. All right. Let's, yeah, that was a bad joke. If you're new here, I'll go through the trouble of explaining it once again. This is Kilton. Kilton is a character from the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This is a miniature sculpture of Kilton. Kilton's purpose in the game is inconsequential and not needed. No, I don't know. I think he's a shopkeeper. You buy stuff from him. He shows up all over the place. So he's kind of a lone character. But yeah. I don't know. 2 people already. Who's that? Who that be? It is not important who you are. It is only important that you are here. All right. So if you like sculpting, particularly with green stuff, this isn't a full sculpt of green stuff. This is epoxy sculpt with green stuff over it, but more or less the same thing. Same principle. The same principles of sculpture apply. You take 2 pieces, one from the yellow, one from the blue. This is what is referred to as a 2-part epoxy because there are 2 parts. I try to take all you see that shiny waxy crap? I try to take all that off because what happens is that shiny waxy crap creates all kinds of impurities in this particular type of putty. And I don't know that there's really a good way for them to get that off of there. I think what it is, this is my theory. I was kind of expounding on it earlier in my previous video. But I think what it is in this particular case, this was supposed to be separated. And it is. You can tell it's kind of separated in some areas. So you don't get that hardening area. What happens is the plastic actually reacts with the surface of the yellow. The yellow is not the catalyst. I believe the blue is the catalyst. And the plastic reacts to the yellow reacts to the plastic surface and creates a kind of a weird film where it comes in contact. Please tell me I didn't put the right one in there. And what you end up with is kind of like, let me see if I can get any out of this. You'll see these weird little, see there like little lumps in there? Let me get that in focus. So you'll see those little lumps. Oh, I hate that. And those lumps will show up when you're mixing it, so it's kind of a pain to get out. So you kind of have to separate that out. My theory on how they could get rid of that, if they really wanted to, and by they I mean the manufacturer or the people packaging this stuff, is if they use either a type of plastic that doesn't react or cause a reaction. Which, let's face it, this is super cheap. It's just a cheap plastic film. It's probably some sort of industry standard of just the cheapest plastic you can find. But one way to do it would be to put it on glass. But I don't know that anyone would want to put in shards of glass on the 3-foot roll. I don't know how they would do that without making it one hell of a lot more expensive, which this stuff's, believe me, already expensive enough as it is. So you'll see all the yellow in there. That's not getting mixed in. It's creating these little weird, granular lumps. That's going to end up on this. And I was looking at this, zooming in. You can already see that there were some on there. Fortunately, I'm not casting this for anybody, and I'm not sculpting this for production. It's just a one-off for my nephew. So once again, I am saved by the nephew excuse. You know what I just realized? I don't have my glasses on, and I'm not going to be able to see what the heck I'm doing. You see, children, when you reach a certain age, your eyesight and other various parts of your body begin to fail. Nope, those are blue blockers. This one is these are sunglasses. What do I do with my glasses? I know I put them here somewhere. Are they over here? Oh, here's some, I got some backups. Although they're kind of worn out and I can barely see through these either. So you can see, like, yeah, they're pretty beat up. So short of protecting my eye from some sort of speck of something getting into it, they're not terribly good, but well, hell with it. I'll find the other ones later. It's funny, I got 3 pairs of glasses, but I can never seem to have any of them on hand when I need them. Ooh, these are fuzzy. Well, not super fuzzy. Oh, that's right. This one just has a bifocal. Who dare? Oh, Sarah. Hey, what's up? I don't know who the lurker is. It's not me. I'm not lurking on myself, although I have been known to do that. Because, you know, that way I don't feel so alone. So, last time I put some stuff on his face. This time I'm going to put more stuff on his face, but also probably build up his shorts. Let me find my real glasses, though. And he's back. Down to 1 viewer again. Oh, well. You are a goober, sir. All right, sure. Do you know what the word goober means? Do you know what it is? I'm just curious if you are aware of that. Oh, and yeah, found my good ones. Or at least the ones I like to use the most. I wouldn't say they're the best, but they're pretty darn good. So, let's see. This jacket kind of covered an awful lot. Let's put the shorts on here. You know, I could probably do his feet. This is a good time to do his feet. Yeah, let's do his feet. Let's do his little feet. His little bitty footsies. I know, I'm not terribly organized. We're not curing cancer here or anything. This is lack of organization isn't going to be a factor. All right, that one. This is the one I like to use. I like to use as my favorite tool. What up, folks? What up? Who's in? He's got kind of little. What's the word I'm looking for? Hobbit feet, sort of. Let's blend in his little hobbit feet. So his feet are kind of sticking out beyond the area I really wanted them to, but that's okay. There's a tiny inclusion in there. That's all right, not a big deal. Try to Could try to get it out, but I'm just going to say, let's just blend it in. You know, let's get the camera down a little lower so I can actually see, so everyone else can actually see what I'm working on. Ooh, that's a big inclusion. Yuck. Let's get that out. No, the Molduga's not going to eat this dude. This guy's actually the size. He's actually to scale with other characters in the game. And to some of the characters, I forget what they call them, that Nintendo's produced as toys. But they never made a toy of this guy. So he's to scale with those toys. And because the toys have already been kind of like an established scale for a while, I decided, well, it would be dumb if I made him smaller or larger. And then when the Molduga thing kind of came around, it was like, well, we've kind of got an established scale we're working on. I guess we'll have to make the Molduga to the same scale as everything else. That's why the Molduga ended up gigantic, because he had to be the scale with these little guys. How many toes does he have? 4 toes. Does he have 4? It looks like he's got 4 in the picture. See, I hate that. 4 toes here, 5 toes there. But it's probably for 5 toes. So, dang it. That means I have to make 5 toes because we strive for accuracy. Accuracy and perfection. Let's see. Use a thinner one here. So there's toe 1. And then we're just going to kind of finagle it. Toe 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. Probably should have. Well, he's going to get 4 toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, he's got 5. I guess we can kind of, we'll make that little pinky toe right over here. Everybody's got a little crinkled pinky toe. Am I right? Tell me about it. Tell me about it. I'm right, right? Everybody's got that crinkle toe. Let me see here. There's his little toes. I'm just going to make them a little more round. Yeah, these last 2 toes are pretty, pretty messed up. Dang it! I hate it when I'm making stuff that's messed up. It looks dumb. See the last two right there? Let me see if I can get them in focus. See those last 2? It just looks dumb. So what that means is, let me see if I can figure out a way to squeeze another toe out of here. Let me smear all these together. You know what? Let me see if I can raise this up a little bit so it's not right in my face. The thing I really dislike about the phone thing with, yeah, it really kind of irritates me is Twitch doesn't give you any phone controls, or at least not on the phone I'm using. On YouTube, I can just like grab my phone screen and go zoom, and it zooms right into it. On Twitch, you have to bring everything to the dang camera. So it's either I see or you see. At least in this view, which I'm a little irritated by, to be quite honest. Let me fix all these little lumps here. Let's curve this out. All right, let's make some toes. I just need 4 good toes to come out of here. I'm going to say a toe right there. Toe there. Just isn't enough room. Well, Kilton's getting 4 toes. That's just the way it's going to be from now on. Kilton, you're just going to have 4 toes. That is your lot in life. My version of Kilton has 4 toes. Man, that's a big one. There we go. Toe 1. And then 2, and then this is going to be 3 over here. Oh, whatever. This foot is too wide. It's like a duck. This one's getting a little bit too crinkly back here. Put this on his ankle. Or this is going to be his heel, actually. Little toenails. And we'll stick some actual nails in there in a little bit. This is the ankle. Something further though. I guess we'll add to his shorts a little bit. They need to be considerably thicker from the looks of it. Let's put some of that crotch stuff in there. What's up, Esrom? His lapel pin? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, they really got to build up these shorts. I might have to use this whole blob down there. Let's put a big one in there. Okay. And yes, I'm going to fix his face, but that's going to take like layers. And I want those layers to be usually pretty good. A lot of this has lumps in it. Some of the, maybe this part I can use for his face. No, probably not. All right, well, I could probably put some eyeballs in there at least. Let's see. That's a little big. Yeah, half of this one might be good. Okay. All right, so split that in half. That's a good size, and a little smaller. Yeah. Yeah. Dropped a piece. I dropped a piece of green stuff and I have no idea where it is. And man, that is a hard thing to get out of carpet. I'll tell you that right now. I don't have carpet. I have rug, but still pretty irritating. So hopefully I don't squish it and it dries and, well, there's just less to do. All right. You can zoom in on Twitch. I wonder if you can do that on YouTube. You can zoom in on YouTube. I've never been able to zoom in on Twitch. How do you zoom in on Twitch? From a camera? Maybe if you're watching, but not if you're streaming. Not from my phone anyway. I've tried, believe me. If you can figure out a way for me to zoom in on my phone on Twitch without OBS, then that would be awesome. Because on YouTube I can just do the double, finger thing, go like that, and it zooms in. On this, Twitch does not react at all. It just pretends like, well, that's not a thing. Sorry, sir. That's my Twitch customer support voice. Let's see. Let's put, where do we want this? Let's make this the belt waistband area for this little guy. And we'll just move that all the way around. Okay, right about there. That looks good. Doesn't really have to go all the way around because he's going to be wearing an overcoat or whatever that is, whatever that ragamuffin little thing is, his little shirt. We can just blend the rest of this stuff in. Honestly, it looks like he's wearing, if I'm being honest, it looks like he's kind of wearing boxers or something, boxer briefs. Or, no, just boxers, yeah. Boxer briefs or something else. Okay, I think that's probably okay. Let's smooth that out. And this is going to be some more cheek area stuff. If I can do it without messing up his face. It's getting kind of hard, actually. There's an occlusion. Man, that's such a pain. Alright, well, what can I put this little piece on? Let's build up some of his leg over here on the other side then. Maybe his foot, like on this side. He does kind of need a kneecap, though. I guess we'll give him a little kneecap. Or maybe a little muscle there on the back side of this one. Yeah, it looks good. Or, yeah, let's do that. Put a little calf muscle on there. Just a little one. Don't forget, this thing's just going to get painted over anyway. So I can fix some mistakes that way too. Let's see. Maybe a little bit of business over here. We'll use this for a knee. Come on, knee. Looks like there's some chunks in here. And cut that off. I'll try to blend the rest of it in. All right, made a little progress. The guy kind of got a little bit of a clown face, but that's okay. That's kind of how the character looks. Mine, the guy's nose may be a little bigger, but I don't know. I don't think it's gonna make that much difference. I think once the rest of his face goes on, his eyes goes on, probably make the nose look a little smaller anyway. I'm not going super detailed and anatomically correct because he's kind of like a little, I mean, in the game he just looks like a little, he's a 3D model, but he's like real simplified. Even more so than I think than in this picture. Pretty darn close though. All right. So probably this stuff is no good. It's already getting kind of hard. Let's mix a new batch. What's 23 glass on now? Check out 23 glass on now. Don't know what that means. Don't laugh, it just eggs me on. Oh yeah, the expression of emotion is overwhelming. I'm overwhelmed. All right, let's see. That's trash. Let's snip another piece over here. We'll get some of that. Let's do this. Do this. Real waxy. See, there's even a little bit of waxiness on this blue stuff. But not as much as on the yellow. I'm trying to take this like yucky film sticky part off. do these two. Why am I pulling this apart? Well, like I was saying earlier, you don't want the seam in between here because anywhere these two have touched, it's probably going to be lumpy. But also, and it's kind of hard to see on camera, but let me get some light on this. So there's plastic on this. But if you look at it, there's a little bit of a sheen on it. And that's where the plastic has touched this material. If you look at this and this, there's a sheen on this side, but not on this side. I don't like that sheen. That sheen is from the plastic, and that's what's giving me lumps. So it's not only that the catalyst is touching, but also that this plastic is creating some kind of weird reaction that's making lumps in the material, which I can't use. Which, you know, honestly, like on something that's really big, a wide surface area, that's where you're going to see it most. But even this one, you can kind of make out, see all these little specks in here? Little tiny granular specks. That's from that stuff. And that's why I'm separating it. I'm trying to minimize that as much as I can. Because it just looks ugly. I should probably glue some little fingers on this thing before I do his weird claw hands, but I'll get to that next time. I think for now we're just gonna, let's see how far we can get with this without messing it up. This is kind of like one of those, it's gonna look like what it's supposed to look like, but is it gonna be perfect? Nah, not really. It'll be perfect enough that, well, first of all, no one makes this character in a figure. So I can just say, look, if you show me a better one, I'll make it better. But up until now, this one hasn't existed as a figure. So I got that going for me. Just a little bit of, this is a pretty good batch. Let's see, you can even see in this one, there's very slight like lumps in it here and there. Well, not as bad, not as bad. This one's actually pretty good. And you'll also notice it's a little bit lighter green. Is that a lump? No. So, I don't know, we'll see. Let's try to get a foot on this one. I don't think it's the air. I mean, I don't know if that theory works for other things, but I don't think it's the air in this particular case. Because there's no air. It's just where the plastic is making contact with the yellow, and I guess that yellow is susceptible to whatever chemical is in that plastic. The plastic probably breaks down and leaves a residue of the film that it's made from on the yellow. That's why I was saying earlier in the video, it was like in the stream, it was probably, it would be, if you wanted to get rid of that, you could probably just put this in glass, like put the pieces in between glass somehow, or suspend it in some kind of residue or oil or something that would keep it from creating that hard film. You know, put the blue and the yellow in a separate. I mean, all of that stuff, you know, all those considerations probably would increase the cost. Let's be honest. And like I said earlier, this is stuff that's kind of, to me, I think is a little overpriced anyway. Already. Toe. Yeah, I don't like those toes. Let's try the toe again. All right, big toe was a good size. This one's almost as big. We jamming. Hmm. You gotta try to fall asleep. Well, keep watching me doing a whole lot of nothing, and you probably will fall asleep. Hmm. This side needs a little bit more on the cheek. Let's see if I can fix that. Tree part's just always blending it in. Hmm. Let's start the base pieces of the ear, and we can build up on them later. I get some fingerprints off of this cheek. Ah, come on. I hate it when they do that. Ah. Well, that's not going to work. I'm going to have to drill a hole in the side of his head and put some little pegs in there. Because this is not going to, the green stuff's not going to hold well enough to the side of his head. So, let's see, what else can I do here? I guess we can wrap it around the other leg. Get some more shorts in there. Let's do that. Now I think we'll call it quits for the day or evening. Whatever the case may be for whoever's watching. There's some yellow. Get that yellow out of there. No yellow here. Only green. I know what you're thinking, that there's these little cutouts. There's still plenty of opportunity to add that before I get to that point. So I'm still fleshing out a lot of this meatiness that these shorts seem to have. So yeah, just a lot of blending in and building up. Blending in and building up. Pretty much it. I always want to leave a little bit to work on that you can get back to later, and some areas you can use as finger holds later. This is gonna dry up on you, and you can always come back and fix it. So let me just blend this in as well as I can. I can add a little bit of wrinklage in here. All right, so looks like we're pretty good here. We've made some progress on the face, given a little bit more expression. The eye area, kind of made his nose look a little smaller as a result. Built up his mouth. We've built up his feet a little bit. This one looks a little fatter than the other one. That's all right. I'm sure you all have one foot that's bigger than the other. Yeah, good place to stop for now. I think we're good here. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, I think we're doing all right. He's got such a funky looking head, doesn't he? All right, I'll probably build it out a little bit more on the back, but his head is very funky. I might go a little longer on his the top of his head here, but it looks good. All right, folks. That's it for me. Thanks, Esrom. Thanks, Sarah. Any of the lurkers who were in here, thank you for stopping by. If you're watching for the first time, please follow me. I would very much like that. And you guys have a good evening. Bye.